How y'all doing? Let me talk to y'all about ways y'all can live your best life. There's a lot of ways to live your best life, but at the end of the day, let me tell y'all, you only responsible for your own happiness. So, once you realize that, number one, you have to take accountability for you and your own happiness. Can't nobody else make you be in a bad predicament or anything like that. You have to know that it starts within you first. So if stuff don't go your way, it's okay. Life goes on. Move on. Stay strong. And get it right and be better the next time. So at the end of the day, once you learn that, you'll be better off. And number two, don't hold grudges. Because at the end of the day, it'll start to affect you. And you're going to start being miserable because you like to hold grudges. Now you can forgive. That don't mean you have to forget. So at the end of the day, you can forgive someone, but you can also love them from a distance. You see what I'm saying? So that don't mean you didn't forgive them. They just gonna be mad at you because you don't want to mess with them like how they want you to mess with them, like how you used to. And at the end of the day, the choice is yours. So once you learn how to take situations for what it is, you'll be better. And next, if you feel like you need to be alone to be at peace, then be alone to be at peace. Because if you're around situations, any situation that's just hectic and hostile, and it don't mean you no good, stay away from that situation. Because life is about choices. You have a choice to make it better or to make it worse. So you can't complain about it. And then another way to live your best life, stop overthinking. Because at the end of the day, don't take 15 minutes to solve a 30-second problem. You're going to drive yourself crazy. You're going to drive me crazy. And you don't want to drive nobody crazy. It's okay to be wrong and make mistakes. So you taking 15, 20 minutes to answer that problem. Do that mean it's going to be right because you took 15 minutes to answer it? But then once you take 15 minutes to answer it, you're going to take another 15 minutes talking about, well, maybe it's wrong because you're overthinking it. That could be your own weakness. Stop overthinking situations that you can't change. You can only go by what life shows us and then go from there. So once you see the situations you get put in life, learn how to take those situations for what they are and move from there. That's how you be better off because you're looking at stuff different. And then another thing, whatever makes you happy, as long as you're not bothering nobody, you have your right to. Because at the end of the day, I can't judge you. Nobody else can judge you. Only God can judge you. So if you're not hurting nobody, you mind your business, and you ain't with all the drama, good for you. Because a lot of people like drama, but you're different. Because you're special. You're not like everybody else. And you don't want to be like everybody else. So I tip my hat off to you. So another one is to live your best life. Find your purpose. Once you learn how to find your purpose and you living for you and nobody else, your life is going to be better off. Because at the end of the day, and I don't care what situation you in, a work situation or anything, you have to live for you. What keeps your peace. Because at the end of the day, you only responsible for you. So, remember that. So, if you need to find yourself or recreate yourself, then do it. It may take you some time, but don't worry about that. As long as you took some time on yourself to recreate yourself, to make yourself a better you, I'm happy for you. Even if you might have people that's not happy for you, because everybody's not going to be happy for you. But I'm going to give you your first congratulations, okay? Congratulations. Now, another thing you can do is stop thinking about everybody else caring about you. Because at the end of the day, you're going to start realizing that it's not about you. You got to start living in purpose, working on yourself for you. And don't worry about what people think, because nobody cares about you. So once you learn that and stop stressing over that and learn how to fend for yourself and get it for yourself and work hard on your own and not feel entitled to anything, your life is going to be better because you got up and you did that. So give yourself some credit once you do it, because I'm giving you credit now because you did that. So next step, I would say, stop making yourself too available for people that's not available for you. Because we tend to put our energy in the wrong stuff that doesn't tend to us, or we try to show people the same energy that they don't give back as a friendship or anything. People make time for what they want to make time for. I'm sorry to tell y'all that. When they tell you they too busy or stuff like that, your homeboy or your homegirl or whoever, and they never have time for y'all but only want to hang around y'all when it's convenient for them, stay away from those people. They might get to being in their feelings when you see the situation for being what it is, and they're going to wonder why you don't want to come around. But you figured out how to live your best life because you're tired of the drama and stress and you want peace. And you figured it out. They need to figure it out too and find them some peace and somebody else to be bothered with, because you ain't going for it. So once you figure that out, your life is just going to be so much better. I promise you that. And another thing is, sometimes you just got to let stuff be. So if any situation is not going how you want it to go and you feel like you can change it but you really can't, just let it be. Because if it was meant to be, it will be. So that's another way you can just let it be. And it's going to make your life so much better. And then another thing. This is my favorite one. Change your mindset. Stop being negative because you got other people in your ear that's negative too. They're only negative because they just don't believe in nothing. And that's on them. Let them not believe in nothing. Don't let them talk nothing negative into you, because at the end of the day, you responsible for you. Don't talk about what somebody's supposed to do, what you're supposed to do, what they're supposed to do, what that's supposed to do. I don't want to hear that, because at the end of the day, we are human. And we all have feelings. We all have situations we have to tend to in life to make our living situation better, anything better. Focus on you and keep a different mindset. Start looking at stuff different. Stop being stuck in your ways. That's my other take. Stop being stuck in your ways. So if you see times is changing, say if you a mechanic or you're a video director or anything, and technology is changing, and you just stuck in your ways, and you don't want to change for nothing because of your ego, but you can't get anything moving because you're so stuck on how you think it's supposed to go. And in the long run, you got to stop thinking like that, because you think that's how it's supposed to go. You got to realize it ain't about you no more. It's a team game. Stop thinking about what you want. Stop being stuck in your ways. I had to learn that myself. I was being late to the party, stuck in my ways. And stop taking everything to heart. Stop being so sensitive at the end of the day. I know this world can be cruel and people can be real cruel to you. But at the end of the day, they're only being mean to you because they're miserable. And they ain't doing nothing with their life. So you don't have to be that same miserable person and argue back with people. Stop doing that. Stop letting them get to you and let you trip. You only tripping because you let it get to you. Stop engaging. Stop wasting your time. Let them waste their time. And once they start realizing and letting that cruelty out their heart and stop being miserable, they're going to be a better person. But they got to change within themselves. Because only God can judge you. And you can only live your best life of what you can live. So take that into consideration. And then another thing to live your best life. Stop being lazy and get up. If you don't feel like doing nothing, stop thinking about it like I don't feel like doing nothing. Just get up and do it. And let that sit there and let that marinate in your spirits. So once you realize that, you force yourself to get up and move, you living your best life. So don't let it worry you. Don't let it keep you down. Don't let it stress you. Because stress is not good for you. You can only take that situation for what it is and keep it moving. And this is another way to live your best life. If something keeps you down in your journey and you keep trying to do it the same way, stop doing the same thing trying to get different results. Switch it up. Be more creative. I know you're creative. You're just too scared to bring it out you. It ain't what you do, it's how you do it. You can be creative in a different way. You ain't got to be creative in a bullying, getting down on somebody type of way. Be creative in your own way. Those the people I tip my hat off to. That's doing things and they creative. And I like looking at stuff like that because they creative. They ain't bothering nobody. They not hurting nobody. They living their best life being creative. So by what I'm saying to that terminology is about finding your way on the journey. There's more than one way to get to that journey. So if it's not working this way, try another way. Don't be afraid to try another way. You keep falling because you keep getting comfortable stuck on the same way. Stop getting comfortable. And you can live your best life. And then another reason to live your best life. This is a good one. You're not in a race. So stop feeling like your life is just not good or it's boring because you're trying to keep up with the next person. You're seeing everybody else successful. And so you start to feel miserable. Like, why not you? You know why it's not you? Because you're tripping. And you keep worried about why it's not you. Start moving. Get that tripping out your heart and start moving. And then figuring it out and starting to do your research on your life. And don't worry about a race. Because at the end of the day, quality over quantity. Remember that. I can race and get a gazillion things done. But if I'm not taking my time, it's going to show. So what I'm saying about that is that it ain't about how you start, it's about how you finish. So if you take your time, you recreate yourself, figure it out, do your research, make good quality decisions, you ain't got to work as hard. You working smarter and not harder. So just take that advice into consideration. And that's how you're going to live your best life. I can't tell you how to live your life because that's you. I'm just here to give you advice, what I think you should do. In my opinion, you don't have to do it. I'm just being real. But if it's some real game and you see the message, you can apply some of that in your life, or you can not apply some of it in your life. You can listen to what you want to listen to because you're growing at the end of the day. But what was so special about me is that I used to observe people and listen to their experiences and observe that so I can feel like, dang, they went through this type. I like being around different situations so I can see different ways and people and their experiences because it gives me a different outlook. Some people like to be stuck in the same predicament. No, let's move around. Get different experiences on their life and whatever, then change your life for the better. So I look at stuff different. And at the end of the day, Be you. Always have the courage to be you. Be yourself. And be comfortable being within yourself. And never lose yourself. But if you found yourself becoming lost, find yourself again, recreate yourself, and start all over. What's wrong with hitting the reset button sometimes? This is for my people who want change. If you want the same thing in your life, do the same thing. Then see what time does. You live your life and you determine whether you're making the right decisions. Is your life turning out the same or is it turning out different? That's only for you to distinguish, because I can't tell you how to live your life. But this is my way to share with y'all. These are ways that you can live your best life by not caring. Stop caring about everything so much. And stop all that hating at the end of the day. People gonna hate, but stop hating. Be creative. Once you be creative and get inspired, you'll change your mindset. Because at the end of the day, what does hating on somebody solve? Does it make you feel better? No. So just be creative, work hard, and it's not no race. You'll get there when you get there. Don't think about it like life is passing you up. If you feel like that, start handling your business. Get to work. But that's only if you feel like that. But other than that, if you don't feel like that, just exist. You feel me? Sometimes you just gotta exist. It's not a race. That's what people go wrong at. They stress themselves. Oh, I gotta be doing this. You know, some people took off late and way more successful than other people because they wasn't worried about it being a race. Jeff Bezos was talking about Amazon in 95. People was looking at him like he was crazy. If he thought it was a race, he wouldn't be one of the richest men today. He had a vision. He didn't give up on himself, which most of us do because we caught up in tradition. He went against tradition. He didn't give up on himself. He still maintained right now, but he still thought about his vision. And that's how you want to live your best life. Live it in your vision. Stop letting stuff worry you, because only stuff can worry you if you let it. And that's my take on that situation. So once you take that information in and you figure it out, how to live your best life to the fullest, nobody can stop you but you. So stop stressing yourself out. Stop letting people stress you out. It is what it is. Stop letting people do this. Only if you let it. And if they just so much commotion and you just can't take it with this person, just remove yourself from the situation. It could be a job situation, a boss situation, or anything. If it's not in your best interest, because you can't change people. You can only change you. But sometimes you got to be able to peep things in situations that's not going to get better, that you need to make a move to live your best life. Can't nobody live their best life for you. You have to live your best life for you. And just figure out a way to live your best life. Once you do that, they can't say nothing to you, because you're not bothered. You're living your best life. You feel me? I ain't going back and forth. You know the song. That's my take on it. Let me know.